Hi guys, I wanted to do a project share for a swap that I'm doing with PoetSpice. Jami, if you're watching this video and you don't want to see the finished project, then you might want to stop the video now because I'm going to show it in detail. And if you want it to be a surprise, I'll give you a second so you can stop the video or stop watching the video. Otherwise, it's your choice. But I'm going to show you my finished altered junk journal for you. Jami and I agreed to do a swap. I think she had posted a message or in her description from one of her videos, and I saw it and I said, well, that would be fun because I've never done a junk journal. This is the first one I've ever done. And she gave me some information. Marianne Kensington, that's her YouTube channel here. And she did a 6-part tutorial on how she does the junk journals. There was another person that Jami gave me as well, and I didn't really use or follow her tutorial. I used the one that Marianne Kensington had done. And it turned out, I'm very happy with the way it turned out. These are addictive. I do understand what everybody's been saying about that when you do one. And they do take more time than some projects. Not as long as I thought it would. I would say this probably took me a total of maybe a week's time if you were to work on it full time, maybe 5 to 6 days for what I did. And some may take longer and some may not, depending on how much you want to put in a journal. So without further ado, let me get started. For those of you who saw my preview video, I'll show this again, but here's the paper stack that I used for Jami's journal. I know that she likes Asian themed things, so I used this paper house stack, and I only have this is a 24 stack, 24 paper pad stack. There are doubles, 2 of each page, and the pages are double-sided. I went with a double-sided page just because I wanted to not have all the white space on the back. Even though it is a journal, I just felt like it would be better if it was double-sided. Plus, this is an Asian themed stack, so I went with this, and I showed the pages before. I have maybe 4 pages left, so I did kill my stack when I did it, because you use a lot of the scraps. So that's what I did. The reason I went, again, I went out and found an Asian themed book, and Jami has seen the cover of the book already. I, as you can see, did not alter the cover because I purposely picked a book that had this image on it. And I didn't want to cover that up because it's in gold and silver. So I really like the way that it looks, and it's actually, the book is called The Lost Horizon. I have 4 signatures, and if you watch Marianne Kensington's tutorial, you'll understand what I mean. There are 4 signatures in here, and I used her method for sewing these in. And each signature has 5 full-size pages of the stack that I showed you. That's 20. 4 times 20. 4 times 5 is 20. Sorry. So there's 20 pages in here, and I decorated each page. And so let me show you what I've done. I created this little belt for the book, and that's because, you know, once you getting started with it, you know, you add stuff to it and it gets really thick. Well, I didn't want it to, you know, be like that when I was done. And it is a little bit thicker than when I started, or when I had nothing in the pages, but then when I started embellishing it, that's what made it thicker. So I created this little belt out of some ribbon that I have, and I got this in an eBay haul that I did for lace, and it was included in the package. So this is a navy and white striped, not canvas, but it's like a cotton ribbon. And I had some jewelry findings that I'd gotten from Michael's some time ago in my stash, and so I used one of the pieces here to make a little decorative charm for the buckle, or for the belt, and so I just added some little things here, and I put this little piece in here together with some beads. Let's see if I can get that to focus, and I'll actually just, there you go. This is a Tim Holtz buckle, for those of you who haven't seen them before. It is a, you have to put this all together, so I had some very large eyelets that I put through the ribbon. I put 2 of them, and I also put this buckle from Tim Holtz on here. So let me go ahead and take it off the book, and I'm just going to slide it off the end so you can see. Jami, if you're watching, you can slip this through. It will go through. You just probably have to take off the lobster clasp. It shouldn't be difficult because I've done it 2 or 3 times now, but what I'm going to do, just for the ease of videotape, is just slide it off the end so I can show you guys what I've done. So to make this belt, I used some of my Fabri-Tac by Beacon, and I just glued this end here down so that it wouldn't fray. So that's holding that in place, and this glue is really great. I would recommend that if you are looking for a really good glue. And then what I did to attach the buckle is I ran the trim over the top. There's a hole in the buckle, and they come with these little brads. So I put the brad through. I put glue here on the metal part of the buckle, put the ribbon down, put the brad through, and then on the other side, which you can't see because I put a piece of trim over it, I opened the brad up and then I glued it again. So before putting this little piece of trim over the metal on this side, I put some glue down. And that's just to finish it off so it looks nice and neat and you can't see all of the, you know, the brad and everything. I also wanted to protect the book a little bit so it didn't get scratched up from the metal. So that's what I did, and you can see that I've run the eyelets through all the way, and I put 2 holes just to make it look like a belt. This is going to be too loose if you put it down here, unless of course you make the book really fat by putting more paper into it. So that's my little belt that I made for the book, and I thought that went really well. So here's the book, and we'll go through each of the pages, and hopefully this doesn't take too long. So, as I showed you guys in the sneak peek, I ran this. This is a piece of duct tape paper. They come in 8.5 by 11 sheets, and I just chose whatever pattern they had that closely matched the color of the book. This is a tie-dyed purple and blue, and I know Jami likes purple also, but she also likes the earth tone colors, and that's what was great about these papers, is there's a lot of that in this. So this is a stamp. I used a lot of different stamps, and I had a lot of Asian stamps in my stash. So this is from the Graphic 45 Birdsong stamp set, and I have all 3 of them, so I don't know which one is which, but it's from Birdsong, Graphic 45. This is an Elizabeth Designs die, and what I did was, instead of cutting through the paper all the way, it was more like it came out embossed. So I ran it through my Xyron, and you can see the image of the, I want to call it an obi, but that's not what this is. You know what I'm talking about. This is Elizabeth Craft Designs die, in case anybody is wondering, and it has 2 pieces to it. It has this as the cutout pieces. All these little intricate pieces here are cut out normally, and then there's a solid piece that backs it up, so you could make this the outline red and then the back part black, so it would show through. So just in case anybody's wondering. On this page I didn't do anything except for adding, I used the We Are Memory Keepers Project Life type journaling spots for Jami to journal on if she wants to write stuff down in this book, or she can use these as like places to put pictures. Either one, but that's what these are, and you'll see a couple of these throughout the book, just in case you're wondering. For this page, what I did was die cut it, and you can see at the top I used the Tim Holtz on the edge die, and it kind of looks like a pagoda. That's why I used it, so you can see that cut out there. And then at the bottom I embossed this Chinese, I think this is Chinese. It says happiness, and this stamp is from Graphic 45 as well. Birdsong. This page, again, it doesn't have anything on it. Oh, and I forgot to mention, I did also edge all of the papers in the book gold, and I used the Stays On metallic gold ink for that, and it looks great. I mean, it matches the cover and everything, so that is the reason why I did that. This envelope here is actually an envelope that I got from Vicky. She sent me a whole bunch of Japanese style envelopes, and let me show you what it looks like. These envelopes are what you would normally see a letter, say in Japan, come in. It's the size of the envelope really that I'm referring to, and a lot of times they'll have, this is how they do their postal codes. So it's really long and not that wide. So just in case anybody's wondering, I think she got them at Daiso. So that is the envelopes that I used throughout the book, and it's just folded, so the other side of this envelope is on another page. And then I have another stamp here. This is the same stamp. This is also from Graphic 45, and I just created a tag from a scrap piece of paper that was in the stack. And then I used my Cricut. This image comes from the Pagoda Cricut cartridge. All of the Cricut images are from that Pagoda cartridge. So this is a koi fish in orange. And then here's another tag. This is a stamp from Tim Holtz. And on the back you can see the pattern paper. So I just created a little pocket here so she can tuck that in. There's nothing on that page. And then this page is just another image. And you can see here where I've sewn in the first signature. I did also some embossing. This embossing is done with, the embossing powders that I use throughout the book, they're all from American Crafts, and it's the Zing product line. This is a stamp from Graphic 45, Birdsong, and that is the gold metallic embossing powder. I have the gold glitter and I have the gold metallic, and this is the gold metallic. So it turned out beautifully, as you can see, just as the other stamps that you saw before that were embossed. Let's skip the page. This is another image that I printed out from my Cricut. It's the yin and yang sign, and I just cut that out of metallic red paper and stuck that down. Here's the other half of the envelope. Here's one of the pictures from the paper or stack. This is a dragon image, again from Graphic 45, Birdsong. And that turned out really well. This is using Memento ink, and I just stamped it in black. And then I created another tag, and here is another Tim Holtz stamp. And then at the top I have one of these brads. I've had these brads in my stash for a long time, and they came in red and green. Or the green ones have a different pattern, and this is red and cream colored, so it's a fabric brad. And so I just stick that back in the envelope here. This video is going to end up being very long, I can tell. So here's another page that was cut using the on the edge die. I created another tag from scrap, and this one is doubled up, so it's folded in half. And then on this envelope that I cut is another image. This is also from the Birdsong collection from Graphic 45, that stamp. And I stamped that out using Red Barn. I think it's Red Barn from Tim Holtz, his Distress Inks. Here's another one of those We Are Memory Keepers tags. And all I did was paperclip that in underneath this little pocket I created. And you can see the image here of the Chinese, I don't know if it's a palace or if it's a temple or what. Here I just embossed some more stamped images. These didn't turn out as well, probably because of the type of embossing powder. I used the glitter, and it's kind of muddying up the image a little bit. I probably should have just did that in plain black ink, but there you have it. This is a crane that I cut from my Cricut cartridge. Again, that's from the Pagoda Cricut cartridge. And it's done again in that red metallic paper. This page I didn't do anything to, and so that's the end of the first signature, and here's the beginning of the second one, and this is just a plain piece of paper that was in the stack. Here's some more of the journaling spots. Here's a different type of envelope. This is a large Tim Holtz glassine envelope. So this is the first half of it, and I stamped Dream on this one. And again, this is Graphic 45, Birdsong. And I also use the other edge of the on the edge die that has that other shape on it. You can see these are smaller and they're repetitive. So that's at the bottom of the page. And there's another image here from the paper stack. This page is created using some pockets that Terry F gave me. Thanks, Terry, if you're watching. So I have 2 of the library pockets here. Then I cut some leaves out from the Pagoda cartridge. They're maple leaves in orange. And then I have this McGill punch. This is a leaf punch from McGill, and I punched out 2 different colors, the red and a yellow leaf. And these are 2 of the Tim Holtz Falling Leaves stamps that were stamped using, I think this is the new ink that I got in. This is the Memento Luxe. Dandelion and Morocco, I believe, is what I used. And then this red stamp here that says Long Life is an Inka-Dinka-Doo stamp, I believe. And it's an Asian theme stamp. So that's this page, and they again have those journaling spots in them, and I use some bling that I got from, this is from Brittany, who is Scrapbooking Diva. She gave me some different color blings, and then this one I had in my stash, I believe. No, actually she gave me that size too. Some more journaling spots. And then here I embossed 2 lanterns, and these 2 lanterns are from the Graphic 45 Birdsong collection. I put some bling in here, and then I just ran some burlap twine that I have in my stash, and I glued it down using Fabri-Tac. And this page is plain. This page I stamped a sister stamp. That's the brand of stamp that this is, and I can't remember the character, but I have a couple of these. This is one of them, and she's playing with a little lantern, and then I embossed it with the black glitter embossing powder. So I thought she turned out great. You can't really color these on these pages because the paper is a different type of paper. It'll probably bleed all over the place. So here's another tag that I created. I embossed a butterfly on it. This butterfly comes from Graphic 45 Birdsong. And then I put some bling that Brittany gave me again throughout the little cherry blossoms on the page. And then here's the middle of the second signature. More journaling spots. There's a stamp over here, which is, I think this is a phoenix or a, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's a peacock, because there's peacock feathers down here. But again, this is from Graphic 45, Birdsong. So that's just regular black Memento ink. This pocket, again, I created another pocket from the glassine bags from Tim Holtz. And the reason I have washi tape down here is these glassine bags, you cannot glue them down. Well, I couldn't glue them down, and I couldn't use my tape runner because they're glassine. And I didn't try glue, actually. I didn't want to wrinkle the paper. So what I did was use some tissue tape from Tim Holtz. That's what this is. And there's a tag in here as well. And I don't think there's anything on this tag. Yeah, it's just plain. I also edged all the tags in gold. So there's that. And then this is another one I die cut. This is actually a character that is on the Pagoda cartridge. It means friend, supposedly. And what I did was cut it out in green, and then I had a different stamp. I think I got this from one of my Ali Edwards stamps that says hello friend, and I just used the friend part. So I embossed it in the green metallic from American Craft Sing. So that's what this is right here. And then on this side, I have another pocket, and there's a gusset here to hold these little tags in. So what I've done is, this one actually has a stamp on it from Tim Holtz, and it says, life doesn't have to be perfect to be wonderful. And that's just regular black Memento ink. And there's another red tag in there. And then there's a little journaling spot here. There's a journaling spot over here. This red dragon, again, that's cut out from my Cricut, from the Pagoda cartridge in the red foil. And then I've got some more bling here. This was in my stash. So this is like a peach color or orange. So you can see that image. And that one, again, is die cut at the top. So you can see the corner of the other page. Let's see, the next one is this one. This is just some bamboo I cut out from my Cricut cartridge as well in green cardstock. This is another glassine pocket or envelope from Tim Holtz. And I stamped a peacock on here, and this peacock is from Birdsong, Graphic 45. And then you can lift it up and see the image behind it. Here's another sister stamp. Again, I stamped this out in black Memento, or no. I used my embossing pad with the clear, what do you call it? Clear ink, clear sticky ink, whatever. And then I put the black glitter embossing powder down on here, so you can see her. And I think she's so cute. She's playing with like a origami crane. So, love the background on that one. Here is another tag. Again, there's a gusset here, so you can, not a gusset, but a fold you can use to hold the tag in. And this tag is doubled up too. This is some washi tape that I have. And this one is another Tim Holtz stamp that says, when was the last time you did something for the very first time? And again, this is another pocket that I used, created from an envelope that Vicki gave me. So here's the next page. This one's plain, and this is the middle of the third signature. I like these images, so I didn't want to cover up the paper too much, and Jami can decide what she wants to do with the journal, whether it's going to be for pictures or whatnot. This is an image from an Inka Dinka Doo stamp set. It's an Asian stamp set, and you can see the little pagoda here. And the reason why this green ink did not come through is because there's a fold here. The middle of the envelope is right here, and there's a seam where they glued it down. And so I love this image, and I think it goes really well with the book. Okay. Here is another character that I cut out from the Pagoda cartridge. It means believe. So that's done in green. And then here's another leaf page. This one's slightly different than the other one. I used a glassine envelope, and you can see the full size now. I think I cut the flap off, is all. And then again, I used some maple leaves that I cut out from my Pagoda cartridge in orange, and then used the McGill punch and cut out these red and yellow leaves here. And then I put some bling on it this time in the middle of the leaves, and they're different color bling. Some are from Brittany, and some of the ones I had in my stash. So here's the lantern page, and then here's the last signature. This is a journaling spot. And then this one is a page that has an envelope and a journaling tag. And this tag actually has a brad on it. That's like an Asian coin. I don't know if it'll focus on that. There we go. So you can see that it has some things that are etched into it. And I've had that again in my stash for a long time. I also stamped it with that same stamp you saw at the beginning. This is from Graphic 45. And then I used some red washi tape with white polka dots and some blue bling that Brittany gave me. So the tag just tucks right into this little fold right here and holds it in place. There is also a tag in the envelope, and it doesn't have anything stamped on it. It's just a regular tag. For this page, I thought the cranes were really nice at the top on this blue page, so I cut this little, it's a card actually, that you cut out from Cricut, and that's where the red crane came from, so I thought I'd use both pieces. So this is the opposite of the actual crane itself. and it was cut in red foil, so you can see through to the other page. Here's this next page, and it's just a journaling spot for her to write in. This is another, I don't know if I can get this in the shot. This is another tag here, and it says love. So this is the character for love. Okay. And this part right here that says love, it's interesting because there is a stamp in the Birdsong Graphic 45 collection that says love, but the characters look different. So I'm thinking either there's another way to write it, or it's a different character altogether. I don't know. I don't read Chinese, nor do I read Japanese, but I know people that do, so maybe I'll just ask them. Here I created a pocket here, and it's got a little stamp of some fans on it in red, and the red is red stays on. Because it is glassine, and I didn't know if the regular ink was going to just wipe off. So I used Stays On ink for that. And then this is, these are 2 tags cut from the scraps, and this one says it's the little things that make life big, and that's a Tim Holtz stamp. And I just used a paper clip to hold these in place. Love this paper right here with the fan. Oh, not fan, that's an umbrella, I believe. So here's another page, just plain. I cut another koi out. This time it's bigger, and it's a different, actual different fish from that same pagoda cartridge that I have. And then I created 2 tags here from scraps also, and just stuck them here, and then put this. This paper clip is from Prima. It's a camera. And then on the back, let me see. What I did for this page, this is the back of the card that has the crane on it, and I didn't want it to be, it's white on the opposite side, so I didn't want that to be in the book by itself. So what I did was, the last sister stamp that I had, I actually colored with my Copics, and I'll bring it forward so you can see it better. Let's see if it'll focus too. Okay, so I colored her with my Copics, and the color of her dress, or her tunic, is R59 and R56, and then I used a gold Spica marker, a gold Spica pen, to edge the gold here that you're seeing, and all these little tiny designs inside of her tunic, and then the closures as well, the frog closures. I also colored the little flowers in her hair with the same colors, and then used that gold Spica marker in the middle. And her shoes are just in black, and then her skin and her hair I colored as well with Copics. And then I used some of the scrap paper that I had from the paper stacks. You can see this is the one that has the gold foil on it, to cut out these little Martha Stewart butterflies. And so I created a little butterfly garden for her. This stamp, normally she's carrying a pinwheel, and the pinwheel has little ribbons on it. So I didn't want to have to fussy cut the pinwheel because I was just getting really tired. And so I just created a little dimensional butterfly. It gets squished when the book is closed, so that's why you see me like folding the edges of the wings up, but it is dimensional because they're only stuck down in the middle of the butterfly. So I thought that really turned out cute. I just used a piece of paper from the stack that was scrap paper, and I edged this. I went around the edge with my Tim Holtz Distress ink in the, what is that color? It's the olive color. I can't even remember what color it is, but I just put that ink down on a acrylic block, and then used a paintbrush and some water to go all the way around the edges of the piece of paper. And you can see that there's the definite edge there. So that is that foil piece, and then there's a journaling spot there, and this is also die cut. And here is the last page of the book. I just cut out a huge bonsai tree in green and stuck it down here. And then this is the back cover of the book. And what I have done is my stamp and information is here, Jami. And I glued down a metal pendant that I got from Michael's. And this has been in my stash for a very long time. So you see, I've been collecting Asian stuff just for the right project. This is why we, you know, what do you call it? Hoard. I collect stuff until I can feel like I can do the project with it, and I really didn't realize I had all this stuff that was Asian themed, and I'm so happy that I decided to do the swap with you because I think it turned out really nice, and I hope you do like it, Jami. And this is actually a fortune from one of for some reason I collect the fortunes from my fortune cookies, so I can put them in scrapbooks. And this one says, "Try something new and different. You will like the results." And this is on another one of those library pockets. So Jami, I put some more of the journaling spots in here if you want to use it for a journal. And there's like this one's a little calendar. So there's a couple of different types in here. And so that is my book. And I'll show it to you again. This is the bottom that's edged and everything. And then this is the cover. So I hope you like it, and Jami, this will be going out to you soon. I did finish way ahead of time, and it didn't take me as long as I thought it would. So I hope you do like it, and thanks for watching, everyone. If you have any comments, please leave them below, and I'd be happy to answer. Bye!